Okay, so a lot of people have asked, Jeremy, you went to college and what made you choose Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia? Now, it really came down to a number of factors. Number one, it was close. It was one of those colleges where it was less than an hour from my hometown. And also the fact that as I was in my junior and senior year of high school, I learned a bit more about what it meant to gain college credit or AP. See, when I was in high school, they called it CPCL. College prep were classes in ninth and 10th grade that were a little more advanced than the normal classes. And then 11th and 12th grade, you had CL or college level classes where you take the class, you pass, you earn college credit. Right as I was graduating, they changed it from CL to AP, which I feel like is the phrase more people are, more aware of. So as I was going through my classes and earning credits, because I graduated with enough credits to get an advanced diploma, a first year study certificate from Danville Community College. And basically, hey, once I stepped into college, I was automatically a junior by credit. And I was only 17 when I graduated high school. So it was kind of weird starting classes. And I wasn't even 18 yet. But unfortunately, due to financial aid, paperwork, and all being delayed because of verification, I wasn't able to attend Liberties in the fall of 2009. I had to do it online. This was online was a new thing. So all of my classes were all like religion based because I didn't have to take math, science, the core courses. I already had those credits and then some. Now, in terms of what made me pick Liberty, again, it was close to home. It was in Virginia, which was one of the most startling things I found out as I was finishing high school. Just because you have a lot of college credit doesn't mean other universities would necessarily accept them. So that became a major factor of, oh, I guess I can't really go outside of Virginia because it's a gamble of how many credits would be accepted. Because my thing was, and keep in mind here, I grew up in a time where, hey, Jeremy, go to school, get good grades, get accepted into a college, and get good grades. Once you have your college degree, you'll get a good job. And once you get that good job, you'll be making good money. And with that good money, you could start your life. You know what? You can get a nice apartment, a nice house. You can pay back your student loans because that good job is going to set you up. Maybe get married, have kids. Essentially, at that point in time, that was the quote unquote American dream of, hey, you know what? If you follow these steps, success is easy peasy. However, not long after I got into college, I want to say maybe my second year or so, that's when the boat kind of shook up in terms of what success meant. Because out of nowhere, the dream of getting a degree and whatnot, a degree seemingly being your Willy Wonka golden ticket, went out the window. Now all of a sudden jobs wanted experience. And it's like, wait, what? So yeah, you got to take these internships, most of which aren't even paid. But it was just a crazy time. But in terms of Liberty, I accepted that out of all the other schools I applied to. I applied to I don't know how many schools. I got accepted into like 40 plus universities across the country. The only ones were like, I think Yale and the College of William and Mary because of my SAT scores, which I hate the SATs. That's a whole nother discussion. But Liberty, I actually went to their CFA, College for a Weekend, and it was just amazing because of the fact that it was a private Christian university and it just felt right. The people, the atmosphere, and I do have my Liberty stories, but I'll just say at the time it felt like the right move. And the moment that solidified it for me was because the check-in fee, I forgot how much it was, but my mom had given me the money because College for a Weekend, you could bring one friend. My friend Jimmy, who lived up the road from my parents' house, who since I lived 10 minutes from my mom's house now, less than 10 minutes actually, Jimmy, I'd say his house is probably less than 5 minutes from where I live now. Well, I don't know if he still lives there. I know his dad lives there. But either way, and remember, I'm from a very small town. So Lynchburg, which is only an hour away from where I live at, to me, that's a huge city. And being on campus, and a campus that has buses, it felt like Hey Arnold, where, on Hey Arnold, him and Gerald would get on the bus and go places. That blew my mind because I'd never done that before. Yes, we had public school buses in my area that took me to school, but to have a bus that ran on campus, mind blowing. So from there, we went to check in. I didn't realize it until we were walking towards the dorms that, oh my gosh, I gave that woman the wrong bill. Like I had given her, I forgot. I don't think I got my change. It was something like that. And I'm like, look, I checked my pockets. I checked my book bag. I just wanted to make sure before I went back up in there, I wouldn't, make a mistake. So I went back, explained the situation to the woman, and she believed me and she gave me the change. At that moment, I'm like, you know what? I think this is the right place, because that woman didn't need to believe me, but it was the truth. I had given the woman like a 50 or something, and I didn't get my $25 change back. Like, things were moving so fast paced, but the fact that she gave it to me, that was like my moment where I'm like, you know what? I think this is the right school. Now, granted, as time went on, especially after I had finished graduation, I graduated like 3 or 4 times. Look, I need to go count. I got my plastic container in my office. Actually, it has all my caps and gowns still in the plastic. And yeah, I graduated several times, not just from Liberty, but high school graduation with my advanced diploma. I got a black cap and gown from Danville Community College when I got my first year studies program there a week before I graduated high school. Then for Liberty, I graduated for my bachelor's degree, my first master's degree, my second master's degree, and when I earned 5 graduate. Yeah, so your boy got caps and gowns in spades. I mean, I ought to be like Batman and get them all put up in cases like the Batcave. They'll be in the background of all my videos. But yeah, Liberty, I do not regret my time there. There were some rocky moments, but like I said, that's another video in itself. I mean, exploring my faith, we'll go into details about times where my faith faltered and things that made me feel like I was inadequate as a Christian and believer of God. But hey, that's the journey in itself. But Liberty to me, as the years went on, especially like in the first election where President Trump won and Jerry Falwell Jr. And then when he and his wife, their scandal. Let me just say this. During my time at Liberty, I was on campus. Okay, I was an online student in the fall of 2009. I officially started on campus from spring of 2010, and then I finished up in spring of 2014. And I worked there as an online academic advisor at Liberty University Online from 2014 to 2017. Then I quit to do YouTube full time. And I just hit my 8-year mark last week. I know a lot of things have been said about the school, a lot of controversies, but during my time there as a student, I really don't have anything bad to say about the Falwells, because anytime I interacted with them, it was all love. It was great. But, it's just one of those things where you don't know people behind closed doors. But I never, to this day, I do not regret my time spent at Liberty, the education I got, the amazing professors I had. And I'm blessed to say that I'm able to utilize my college degrees for my career choice. Communications, YouTube. All my biblical degrees, that's part of the reason why this video exists. I'm like, I have all these degrees. I grew up in the church. I love the Lord. Why not use my YouTube skills and communication skills to make a platform from it? So there you go. And that is pretty much why I chose Liberty University. And they did offer a great scholarship package, so that was another reason. But yeah, overall, it just felt right. That moment where that woman working the check-in, when she gave me that money back, I was like, you know what? I feel like this is a sign. So Liberty University is ever changing because it is always under construction. But yeah, it was an amazing, amazing time. And I think that if you're interested, I would be more than happy to do like a whole playlist full of various videos focused on Liberty University, where I talk about, what was it like being a student? What were some of my favorite classes? What are some of the rumors surrounding the school? And by that, I'm not talking about the scandals per se, but it's like, is Liberty really as strict as people say it is? Or when you take classes that are non-biblical, are there still biblical elements to it? We prayed at the beginning of every class. And, it really just changed the mood, because Liberty, it's a whole thing about the Lynchburg bubble. Like I said, I would love to go in more in depth, but those are other videos for other times. But please feel free to let me know in the comments, hey, what are some things about Liberty University you would like to know? And look, I went, like I said, from 2010 and on campus, 2010 to 2014. Liberty is different, but some things are still the same based off of people I know who still work there and whatnot. But yeah, so where did you go to college? After your time there, did you regret going? Was there a dream school you went to? What was your major? And that's pretty much it. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next video.